Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be creating Google Forms. And don't forget, when we're looking at the introduction, I told you that you need a Google account for you to be able to create Google Forms. And that's where we're going to start from, because if you don't have a Google account, there's no way you'll be able to create Google Forms. So how do you create Google account? How do you create that? So all you need to do is to come to the address bar. Just type google.com there. I'm going to make it English. Do you understand that? All right. So the next thing you're going to do is to select sign in. So when you click sign in, it brings you here. Now I have an account already, and that is what you're looking at here, DIGIT Limited, right? And for you to create a fresh account, you will need to click use another account. So when you click this, the next thing you're going to do is to click create account. So when you click it, it's going to ask you, is it for yourself or to manage a business? So if you're creating for a business, you use the second option. If you're creating for yourself, you just use myself. So for example, if you use myself, this is what you're going to have here. It's going to ask you all these details. And once you supply all these details, the next thing you're going to do is to click next. Do you understand that now? So, and at the other page there, you're going to submit. And that is going to create an account for you. And if you want business account, I'm still going to use another account, create account to manage my business. You're going to feel almost the same thing as the one you're creating for yourself. I hope you get what I'm saying. So all you need to do is to fill all these fields, then you'll be ready to have your Google account. Do you understand that? So you have to supply your username, what you want to use, the password, you confirm the password, then you can now click next and complete it. At the other side now, when you fill this place, it's going to ask you for your date of birth and some other details, then you can submit. But because I have an account already, I don't have to come here at all. So all I need to do from here, I'm going back now, just clicking back. So by the time you get to this place, you know what brought us here is sign in. Then it will bring us here. Do you understand that now? So if you have not used any Google account on Google Chrome before, you may not have it this way. Do you understand that? You may not have anything here at all. So the only thing you're going to have there will be all the other options. Do you understand that? So you can now sign in, type your username and the other things there, the password. Do you understand that? So we have this now, and I'm going to select it because I already have one. But if you don't have one and you click use another account, this is what will come out for you. So you can now type. I mean, I'm not talking about if you don't have an account now. I mean, if your account is not listed here. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just use another account and type the email address there. So I can still type the email address here and it will still take me there. I hope you understand that. But not to stress myself, I'm just going to go back and just select this. And the only thing I'm going to type now will be my password. And I'm typing that now. So the next thing I'm going to do is to click next, and that's going to sign me in. So now I'm here already. I've been signed in. So if you come to this section, you see that I'm already in. Can you see that? So when you click it, you see that that account is active now. So what are we talking about? You've signed in and you want to create Google Forms. So how do you gain access to Google Forms? Now, Google has many applications, and where you're going to see those applications is where you have the Google Apps. Can you see this symbol? This is Google Apps. So when you click it, you're going to have all the Google Apps. Do you understand that? The majority of them are here. So if you can't find what you're looking for here, then you can go to more from Google. You see other applications that are not listed here. But Google Form will always be here. Do you understand that? Look at it here. The other ones we're going to look at later are here as well. Look at Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. So we're going to be looking at these 3 other apps as well. I hope you get what I'm saying now. So I will also look at Google Drive as well. You understand? Just briefly. So we have this now, and the next thing we're going to do is to click Forms now. Do you understand that? We're going to click Forms. So when you click Google Forms, this is where it's going to bring you. Do you understand? So I want us to now look at the main menu right now. So if you go to the main menu, you're going to see some of those things I spoke about earlier. You see Google Docs, you see Google Sheets, you see Google Slides and Forms, and also we have the Google Drive there. So if you look at this Google Drive, it's like a storage device for all of this. So when you work on any of this, this is like the storage app for all of them. So anything you do with all these applications, they will be stored on the Google Drive. I hope you get what I'm saying. So that's the whole essence of Google Drive. So including your mail. So your mail is connected to your Google Drive as well. So anything you have on your mail, they reside within the Google Drive. So the size allocated for you by Google is 15 gig. So once you exhaust the 15 gig, it means you will need to buy more space. I hope you get what I'm saying. So if you want to expand, you need to pay for that expansion, and you need to understand that. I hope you got that clearly. So but right now we're working with forms. Like I told you earlier, we're going to look at docs, sheets, and slides later. So let's go back now. As you can see, this is the drive, Google Drive, that stores all the things you're doing with all these applications. So by the time we're done with this form now, it's going to be saved within the Google Drive. You need to understand that. So we're going to step out now and look at the other things that we have right here. So now for you to create a form, you have the option to start with a blank form or to start from a template. You get what I'm saying? So you can create a blank form, or you create a form from all these templates that you're looking at here. So to start a new form, you can use any of these formats that you have here. So this is the blank one, that is for you to, start afresh. So you'll be the one to build up everything that you want in your form. So you need to understand that. But all these ones have been created already. They are templates that you can make use of if they are related to what you want to do. So take for example this t-shirt sign up. So it's like a sign up form for those that want to buy this kind of t-shirt and things like that, and it was created by someone like you. So you can create something like this by yourself. Do you understand that? But if this is related to what you're doing, you can just uh, create using this template. Do you understand that? So you can create your own form using the template. You just build it up. If there are additions that you need to make to it, you're going to add it to it. If there are subtractions, you can make those subtractions. Do you understand that? So you need to get that right. Look at contact information, look at RSVP, look at party invite. This is if you want to invite people for a party and things like that. This is to collect contact information of people and all that. Look at the event registration, to register people for an event. So we have more of this, and to expand this you should come to this place, template gallery. When you click, it's going to give you everything. So look at the recently used. All these ones were recently used by me. Do you understand that? But we have other categories. Look at personal. So if anything you want to do is related to all of this, look at contact information, find the time, RSVP, party invite, t-shirt sign up, event registration. They're all under personal category. Can you see personal here? So all of them are under that. But also we have work. Look at work. We have event feedback. So after an event has been done, you could roll out this for you to get a feedback from that event. Then we have order form. You're selling something and you want to give people a link whereby they can fill the form for you to receive their order. You can use this. So look at job application. You want people to apply for a job that you want to give out. You can use this. Look at time of request. You can also use this, to receive such requests from people. You want them to take time off and all that. Look at work request form. Look at customer feedback. I see that. So there are many of them there that you could actually work with. If what you want to do is related to all of this, you don't have to build your own form or create your own form from the beginning. Do you understand that? You don't have to create your own form from scratch. So if you want to create your form from scratch, you use blank. Do you understand that? But we still have another category which I want to show you, which is education. So look at blank quiz. Can you see this? We also have exit ticket, we have assessment, we have worksheet, we have course evaluation. So these are things that you could actually use. So you could conduct a quiz for your students. You get what I'm saying? For example, teachers and all that, using the quiz form and all that. Do you understand that? Now you can assess your students by creating a form. Do you understand that? Where you type your questions, put the answers there, and you also have the provision to select the answer. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So, such that when people write the test or probably a quiz and whatever, they can get to see their scores. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you don't have to mark it. The system will mark all those scripts. So you need to understand that. Look at the worksheet, look at course evaluation. So I'm going to open, let's look at assessment, for example. So you have to select it. So you click it, and when you click, you're going to wait for it to load. So as you can see now, it's up now. Do you understand that? So this is asking me if I want to take a tour to understand how I can make use of this environment. Do you understand that? So it's just a form of, how do I put in a tutorial on how to make use of this interface. But I don't think I did that. But for you, if you're just starting afresh, you could take a tour for you to know the functions of some of the tools that you have here. Do you understand that? So I don't need to take that tour. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or let me just click on it for you to see how it works. So when you take a tour, it's telling you that you can add a question. Can you see that? When you see add a question, have a question to ask, choose from a variety of different questions types, such as multiple choice, short answer, and more. So if you click next, it's going to show you the next one. Set the answer key. Can you see that? So by using this particular one, you can set your answer key. Do you understand that now? So set a point value and correct answer for each question. Automatic feedback for correct and incorrect answers can also be added, such that people can get a feedback when they get it wrong or when they get it right. So you could do that. So I'm going to move on. So look at the responses now. Let me go back and okay, this is set the answer key. So let me go back again. This particular thing you're looking at here, this plus, is what they're talking about. Add a question. Can you see it? So it means this plus is what you're going to use to add a question. So we're going to move on now. So this particular section here that you're looking at, that is highlighted for you, if you look at it very well, can you see? This particular place is where you have set the answer key. So you could set your answers. Do you understand that? So next, it's going to take you to responses. So great responses. Can you see great responses one by one to provide individualized feedback, or batch great responses by question. So you could provide those responses for all those questions that you've asked. Do you understand that now? So as you have your questions, you could also provide you could also grade the responses you are receiving from people. Do you understand that now? So that's that about that. So got it. So the tour is done, and now we are here. So if you look at this now critically, we have the banner here. You understand that, where you could put a picture that is related to the form you have created. So you could use the templates, I mean the pictures that have been preloaded on Google Forms, or you could upload the one that you have with you. So if you have a picture, you can actually make use of that. I hope you get what I'm saying. So you need to understand that. So we're going to move on now. We have the assessment. Can you see this is like the title of this form? So when you type this here, many times when you type here, you're going to have the same thing here. Do you understand that? So whatever you type here will be used to save this form, even though it's the title of the form. So you need to understand that. So but if you don't want that, you could change it from here right away. So once you click here, you could save this form with any name that you want. Do you understand that? So I'm going to move on now. Look at the questions now. This is one of the questions. Name. Do you understand that? If you look at this short answer text, can you see that? Can you see email? This is short answer because it's something short that you're trying to type. So we also have long one and other ones. Do you understand that? So it's your responsibility to choose the kind of answer you expect. I hope you get what I'm saying now. So if you select that now and you come to this section, let me click out. When you click inside, it will bring out this for you. That's what I just did. So if you click here now, you're going to see all sorts of things that you can make use of. Can you see short answer paragraph? Look at multiple choice. Look at check boxes. Look at the drop down. So look at file upload. That is when you want to receive attachments or pictures from people. Do you understand that? Or maybe you want to receive a document. You can use file upload for that. Do you understand that? So you also have the linear scale where you could place some of the items that you want to receive from people. Do you understand? Maybe you want them to just mark their presence or absence in a meeting and things like that. So you could make use of this. You have the multiple choice grid, you have the checkbox grid and the likes. So you also have the date, you have the time. These are data types that you could make use of. When you have multiple choice, you know what it means. Checkboxes, the drop down, and all of that. You also have paragraph. So this is when, let's say for example, you want to receive an address from someone. You could make use of paragraph. Or probably you want people to supply you with an information, and you know it's going to be a little bit long, so you could use paragraph for that. So, but for anything short, text, do you understand that now? If what you're expecting from people is a short answer, you could make use of this. I hope you get what I'm saying. So these are things that you really need to know. I hope you got that. So if you look at it now, you have the email as well. You look at it, they're using short answer. Someone will now say that why is it that they are not using something else for that email? The reality there is that you can't find any other thing that you can use for that. Do you understand that now? So you make use of short answer. Since email is a very short answer that you're expecting from people, you can't use paragraph for that. I hope you got that now. So that's that. So I just want to show you this because we're going to create a form from scratch. So you're going to learn everything shortly. I'm just trying to show you what we have on this template for you to have an idea of what they're talking about. Look at it, assessment. They're trying to assess people. So now they got here. Can you see quiz questions now? After they have received the name and the email of the recipient or the respondent. Now here are the questions. Can you see quiz questions? So now you now have your first question, you type it there. Your second question, you're going to type it there. Can you see that these are multiple choices? I hope you get what I'm saying. So you also have your third question. You could have it there and all of that. I hope you get what I'm saying. So these are things that you could do. So look at this one now. This is giving you like, for English people, you could put a paragraph here. I get what I'm saying, and I'll ask a question based on this paragraph. Do you understand that? And based on the text above your fourth question. So can you see this is the text they're referring to? I get what I'm saying. So if you now have a question that's based on this, you can now ask that here. I hope you're getting that. So these are things that you need to understand. So like I said, this is a picture that you could bring in from anywhere. I hope you get what I'm saying. You could upload it or use the ones that are existing on Google Forms by default. So that's that. So I'm going to go back now to blank form because we want to create our own form afresh. We're going to create our own afresh. We're creating it from scratch. So I'm going to click back here. Can you see back? So we're back here now. Can you see that? And these are the templates that we have. Do you understand that? And now we don't want to use any of these templates. So on your own, you can click each of these templates, to learn from what they've done. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to understand that if you look at find a time now, you click it, you're going to wait for it to load. So look at their picture. So speed up your form creation. Instead of recreating your questions from scratch, you can now reuse questions you previously made in your other forms. Do you understand that? So you could, copy some questions from other forms that you've created before using this particular one. And say import questions. So these are things that you could actually do. So okay, got it. Thank you very much. So if you look at these now, find a time. Can you see that? So we need to get together to talk about some things. When do you have time to meet? So let's meet at this place. It's trying to get the email address of the person. Can you see that? So, and this form is going to collect email addresses. So what times are you available? Can you see that? So it's giving us options now. See morning, midday, afternoon, evening. And these are the days of the week. So the person that is going to be filling this form now can begin to tick each of these check boxes. Are you get what I'm saying now? So you need to understand that. If I click here now, you will notice that this is checkbox grid. Do you understand that now? So this is how you could actually create your checkboxes in a grid. I hope you get what I'm saying. You could see the rows, you could see the columns. So where you have the rows, can you see this? You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday there. So you could create another row. But for the columns, the column headings are the ones you're looking at here. So definitely checkbox will now be created under them. Do you now understand? So maybe we're going to do something related to that too when we're working for you to understand how everything works. I hope you're getting it now. So this is a checkbox grid that you have just seen now. So look at allergies or dietary restrictions. So if you look at this very well, it's a question that they're asking from the respondent. Which of these are you? Do you understand that now? So you need to understand all these details. So if there are other comments or questions and all that. So everything you're going to be doing here is dependent on you. And you have to know what you want to, the kind of information you want to collect from people. Do you understand that? That's the first thing you need to establish. You may need to even write it down first of all. I hope you get what I'm saying. You may need to write it down first of all. So these things are very, very important. I hope you're getting that now. So we're going to now go back to the blank form, which is here right now. Do you understand that? So we've looked at all of these, find the time. Which other one is unique that I would want us to look at? Okay, this is another one that I want us to see. This event feedback. So, you know, this is like a feedback that you want to get from people. So you're trying to ask them how satisfied they were with your event. So, and now you've created not very. So not very is here, you have very much here. So when you click here, what they used for this is linear scale. Do you understand that now? So you will have not very as number 1, then you have very much as number 5. So it means in between number 1 and number 5, you're going to have all those boxes in between them. Do you understand that? So you're going to have from 1 to 5. So it's a scale. And someone is now going to select whether it's 1, whether it's 2, whether it's 3, and things like that. Trying to grade you to let you know how satisfied they were with your event. I hope you get what I'm saying. So we're going to maybe demonstrate some of these things together for you to see how you can get it done yourself. I hope you understand that now. So look at another thing there. This one is short answer now, but this one also, if you look at it now, this is multiple choice grid. Can you see that? So if you look at all these things, we were able to look at checkbox grid the other time. We're able to look at linear scale, but this is the last one, which is multiple choice grid. Are you getting it now? So if you look at this now, this is like the other one that we saw. So you have the rows where you type all the details that you want people to. If you step out now, look at it. Just click another question. Look at what they're saying. How satisfied were you with the logistics? Now they now wrote all those things, all the logistics that are associated with the event. So look at accommodation, look at welcome kit, look at communications, look at transportation, look at welcome, whatever, look at the venue, look at the activities, look at the closing ceremony. So they listed all of that. Then they now uh, gave a score from 1 to 5, but you should rate them. You get what I'm saying? And if it's not applicable, you should also choose that. So this is a multiple choice, but was arranged in a grid. You get what I'm saying? So now, how they arrived at this is what we want to look at. Look at number 1 is very dissatisfied, 5 is very satisfied. So when you click here now, you will now see what they're trying to do. This is like a small note that was added for them to know what they should do. So this information is for the respondent to know that, okay, 1 is very dissatisfied, 5 means very satisfied. So your answer could come in between them. Do you understand that now? So according to your rating. So for all of that now, these are the rows and these are the columns. So look at the columns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is not applicable, sorry. So you could add more if you want to add more columns. You can add more rows and all of that. I hope you're getting that. So if you also come here, it's still the same thing here. Which sessions did you find most relevant? Speaker activity, closing activity and all of that. And you have not relevant, relevant, very relevant, did not attend. But this one is different from the first one that we saw. If you look at it very well. This one is a rating. Do you understand that? Where you could select from between 1 and 5. But this particular one now is different. This one gives you the opportunity to just select any of this. You already know that this is not relevant, this is relevant, this is very relevant, and this did not attend. But this one, you have to choose between 1 and 5. And 1 means very dissatisfied, 5 means very satisfied. Do you understand that? So how did they build this? Very simple. Now, remember that this one does not need a note like the other one here, because you have to let them know what 1 stands for and what 5 stands for so that people can pick the answer in between. Do you understand that now? Whether it is 1 of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. But this one does not need that because you've already defined each of those options. This is not relevant, this is relevant, this is very relevant, and this did not attend. It is still multiple choice grid like the other one. Do you understand? Like this one. I hope you understand that now. So these are things that you need to get. You know, the difference between this multiple choice and the checkbox is that you could only select 1 out of this, but checkbox will give you an allowance to select more than 1. I get what I'm saying. So that's the difference between them, and you need to get that right. This is still the linear scale that we looked at the other time. So if you click here now, you're going to see that there. Sorry, can you see linear scale? So this is showing you see both present and pre-read materials. Can you see that now? So this is one scale 1 to 5. 1 means poor, 5 means excellent. So and the question is, how satisfied were you with the session content? How satisfied were you with the session content? So you have to grade them, choose from that scale 1 to 5. Do you understand? So if you choose 1, it means poor. If you choose 5, it means excellent. I hope you're getting that now. So these are things that you need to know. So we're going to look at an exercise now. We'll do that on our own. Start afresh for us to build something. I hope you're getting it now. So I'll go back right now. So we're going to now start afresh, start from scratch, creating our own form. Don't forget that I said you could upload pictures and all of that. So we're going to use each of those data type for you to see how it works. I want to see if there's still any peculiar one that we've not talked about for us to look at before we step. So let's see this course evaluation. It will look like the other one that we just did. I'm sure this course evaluation now, can you see please submit feedback regarding the course you have just completed, including feedback on course structure, content, and instructor. Can you see that? So a school could actually use this to evaluate their instructors. Are you get what I'm saying? So you could give it to the participants or the students to fill this for every instructor that taught them. Do you understand that now? So these are things that you need to know. So look at class name, look at the instructor. So level of effort. Can you see? This is that linear scale that we looked at the other time, still linear scale. And this one has been defined right away. Do you understand that now? So if you look at it now, you already have rows to be a level of effort you put into the course, and you already have the columns there. Do you understand that now? So, but unlike the other ones, you could decide what the rows will look like, then put it on a scale for people to select between poor and excellent. Do you understand? But this time around, you are defining all the options that you're giving to the respondents: poor, fair, satisfactory, very good, excellent, and all of that. I hope you're getting that. So look at contribution to learning. This is another multiple choice grid. Do you understand that? Can you see it? So you have determined the rows and the columns. Are you getting it now? So these are things that you really need to understand. You could do this with Google Form. I want to believe that you've learned something from this. So we're going to go back now to start creating our own form. So I'm just going to run through this once. We're going to create one form that's going to accommodate all the data types. I hope you understand that. So let's now look at how we can now create a blank form. But don't forget that we've looked at some of these templates. We've looked at the features on each of them. And now we want to create our own. Do you understand that? So if what you're dealing with is related to any of those templates, you can make use of it. Of course, you could have some of the features missing. So all you need to do is to, add the other features that you want to include in the form to it. And you're just going to make use of that. Do you understand that now? So you could edit the template to suit what you want to use it for. Do you understand that? And you could start from scratch. Do you understand that? By creating a blank form. So it's very, very simple. So we're going to create a blank form now. We're going to start from scratch and do everything. And I'm sure you're going to see how beautiful it is to create your own form. So I'm going to click blank now because we want to create a blank form. Don't forget that for you to be able to use Google Forms, you must be connected to the internet. Do you understand that? So right now I'm connected to the internet, and that's why I'm able to use this. So this is a blank form that we've created now. And the first thing you're supposed to do is to name this form. Give it a name. Give it an identifier that you're going to use to, save this particular form that you're working on. And this is the place where you're going to do that. Look at this top left corner of your screen where you have untitled form. So when you click there, you can give it any name of your choice. So let me call this, because we want to create a form that you can use to, run a test for students. Do you understand? Just a short form. So I'm just going to use all the data types for you to be able to know how to create your own form at any time. So we're going to use all the data types. Do you understand that? So we're starting now untitled form. We're going to change it to, let's say, a school form. Do you understand that? Or let's say school test, something like this. So I created a form earlier on my own to make it easy for us to cover all the data types. So I'm going to bring that up, and we're going to be using that. So when you're done with this, you're going to click outside. You can come to this place, and automatically you're going to have it here. Do you understand that? But you don't have to leave this one, this heading, as the title for the form. You need to understand that this is what you're using to save the form, but this could be different from the name you're using to save the form. Do you understand that? So they don't necessarily have to be the same. But anytime you type here, it's going to appear here. That's if you're typing for the first time. Do you understand that? And if you type here also, it's going to be duplicated here, but you could change it if you don't want that. Some people prefer to use same name for the two, but it's not compulsory. You could change it. So I'm going to change this one now to semester. Semester test. So that's what I want. And now you will notice that I've clicked here where I have form description, and you cannot see this changing anymore. Do you understand that? So that's the way it works. Now I'm going to restore this. I taught you this earlier when we were dealing with Microsoft Word and the like. So this is restore button. You have to click it, and it's going to reduce, your window to a particular size. It doesn't have to look like my own here. Do you understand that? But you could adjust it. Do you understand that? How do you adjust? You bring your mouse pointer close to the edge of it. Do you understand that? Until you have this symbol. Can you see that two-headed arrow? So when you have that, you could expand and you could reduce it. Do you understand that? You could do the same for the top and bottom of the window. Do you understand that now? So you could bring it here, drag it up or drag it down. Do you understand that now? So you could do the same from the left to the right. So you could drag it in or drag it out. So depending on your choice. So this is what I worked on, this particular one here. So I want us to duplicate this because this captured all the data types. So we're going to be making use of this. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to restore this also. So I want to place them side by side. Do you understand that? So I'm going to be working on the two at the same time. So I'm going to expand this a little and probably expand this a little for me to be able to see. So this is what we want to produce, and this is what we're working on. This is the blank form we created. Do you understand that now? So I hope I've not done any magic. I'm sure you're following. So you're going to look at it now. We can give it a form description if you want. Whatever you want to give it, you can give it a description of your choice. Do you understand that now? So, but you don't have to. Do you understand that? So I'm going to just maybe let's just put something there. What can we put there? A semester. Okay, final. Let's put final semester test. I think that will be fine. Let's just, we're just using something. Do you understand? So you could use anything of your choice. It's just a description for this title that we have there. So we're going to move on now. And the first thing I want to do is to introduce you to some of the icons we have here. Do you understand that? For you to have an idea of what they look like. So if you look at this place, this is the question section, and we also have the responses. So when people fill this form, you have their responses here. So when you click this particular tab, it's going to bring all the responses that you've received. Do you understand that? Currently it's 0 responses. Do you understand that now? And you said you are still accepting responses. So if you don't want to accept response, you could off this. So once you click off, it's not going to accept any response from anyone. So what you want people to see, the respondents, you could type it here. The reason why you are not accepting responses anymore. Look at the default one there. This form is no longer accepting responses. So you could add your own message there. Sometimes you have a form that you're giving out to people to fill and things like that, but you want to stop it at the time so that people don't access that form again. Do you understand that? So you could do that. And all you need to do is just to put it off here. I hope you understand. If you want to put it on again, you just click here and that's going to start accepting responses again. You could also link this form to a Google Sheet. This is where that is going to be done. But I'm going to leave it for now because we're still going to come there later. So let's go back. So this is the questions tab where we're going to be setting up the form. So I also want to show you other things here. This is the theme for this form now. So that's where you're going to make your choice of theme. So when you click this, it's going to bring out the what was it called now? The theme options that you could choose from. So the first one there is the header. So you are to choose from the images that have been preloaded on Google Forms or upload your own image. So you have that choice, you have that liberty to make a choice out of all those two options. So when you click choose image, it's going to give you the themes. Can you see them? So if you're dealing with work and school, you have some of those images there that you could choose from. Do you understand that? If you're dealing with illustrations, you have them there. I hope you get what I'm saying. Can you see them? If you're dealing with birthday, you have them there. I hope you get what I'm saying. If you go to food and dining, you have a lot there. Party, just eats and things like that. So you could make use of this. So this is your banner. Do you understand that? So they call it header, but some people call it banner. Do you understand that? So you need to understand that. So you could upload as well. So all you need to do is to browse. Then you go to choose whatever you want there. Do you understand that now? So that's it. So you also have photos. So when you look at photos, currently there's no photo that has been added to this. Do you understand that? No photo has been added to this account. This is talking about Google Photos. So if this account is having photos, it's going to show here. But no photo has been, saved on the Google Photos. Do you understand that? That's why we can't see anything there. But if you have an account that has photos, Google Photos now, you could make use of it. So that's that. So you could choose from the themes or you upload your own image. I hope you're getting that now. So, and let's try to pick one out of this. We're dealing with work and school. So let's look for a particular image that we feel we could make use of. We're dealing with scroll. So let's make use of this. So by the time you select it, the next thing you're going to do is to insert. So that has been selected now. And now one key thing that you must notice is that your header is going to determine the theme that will be selected. Do you understand that now? So the color of your header will affect the theme that will be chosen, including the background color. I hope you're getting that. So when you upload a header, an image now, so the color of that image will affect the theme and the background. That doesn't mean you can't change it. But Google Forms has been configured in such a way that the theme color and the background color will adjust to the color of the image. I hope you're getting that now. So that's the way it works. So you will notice the current color now is purple. Do you understand that? But because I've chosen an image that is different from that purple color, the theme color is now changing to this now. I hope you get what I'm saying. Then the background color is going to look like this for it to blend with the image I've just selected. I hope you get what I'm saying. If I close this now and choose another image that is not of this color, you see that this looks brownish. Do you understand that now? So if I choose another color, let's say this now, it's going to be different. So you notice that the theme color is going to change. So the tool will adjust to the color of the image. I hope you're getting that now. So that's the way it works anyway. So I can use anything. Probably, maybe, let's go back and choose the other one. I think I prefer that. So I'll choose that image. This particular one I chose the other time. So I prefer that. So this is going to change back. Now you have the font style. So your theme color has been chosen for you, but you could adjust it if you don't want this. You could choose any of these colors. Do you understand? You could select this, you could select another one and all that until you're satisfied. You could go to plus and choose from the theme color. Do you understand that? You could choose from, sorry, the gallery. Do you understand that? You could choose any color of your choice. And if you have the hexadecimal code for the color, you could type it in, then add it. Do you understand that now? That is if you have a specific color that you want to make use of. Just type the hexadecimal code and add it straight away. Do you understand that? So I don't think I need anyone. All you need to do is just to click the color. Once you're there, if you want blue, you click here first where you have the blue shade. Then you can select any shade of blue that you want. If I want pink, I come to this place to click where I have pink. Then from the gallery here, I can choose any color of my choice. I get what I'm saying. So if I want this type of color, I come here. Then from here, I can choose any shade of that color. I hope you understand that now. So that's the way it works. So when I select that, the next thing I'm going to do, any color I'm selecting, the hexadecimal code for it will show here. Are you getting it? So the next thing I need to do is just to click add, and that's going to add that particular color to it. And as you can see, it's here now. So this is the background color. You could, choose any background color of your choice from here. Do you understand that now? So you could choose this, you could choose that, you could choose this. But mind you, the background color is different from theme color. So you cannot choose beyond this because your background color will adjust to the theme color. Do you understand that? So it will give you variants of color that you can choose from. I hope you're getting that now. So the font style is also here. That is the font you're looking at here. So we have basic, we have decorative, we have formal, we have playful. If you look at all those letterings, they actually represent all these things. So the way it's going to look is the way you're looking at it here. Can you see this? If you choose this, this is how it's going to look. If you choose this, this is how it's going to look. If you choose this, this is how it's going to look. I hope you understand that now. So make your choice. Many times people use basic. Some people prefer formal. Some people prefer playful, depending on what you want. I get what I'm saying. I'm going to leave it as basic. And the next thing I'm going to do is to apply. So once I apply, I'm going to have the header here right away. Can you see that? This is the color I chose for the theme, and I have the background color to be this. So you could change it. If you don't want it, you could go back to theme and make some changes there. Do you understand? If you want your background color to be this now, you could change it and it's going to be different. I hope you understand that. And so you could make those changes as many times as you want to change them. So I want something light. I'm going to select this, and that's going to change it back. I hope you understand that now. Okay, very good. So we're done with this now. Now, we also have send, but I'm not going to talk about this now until we're done with the form creation. I hope you get what I'm saying. We also have the settings here. Do you understand that you have the option button where you have all the other options that you can choose? Do you understand that? For example, preview, you have the settings, you have undo, you have style, you have make a copy. What will undo do for you here? Definitely when you select this, it's going to reverse an action that has been taken. Do you understand that? So that's what you can do. You can make a copy of this form. You understand? You have a duplicate of it. You could move this form into a particular folder. You could trash it. Then you could get a previewed link. This would make you to fill the form, then create a link for it. So when people open that link, it just takes them to that form that you have filled. Do you understand that this prints the form for you? So if you want to print, let's say we're setting questions here and you want to print. So for people that want to even set questions with this, you could use this to set your questions. I'm just praying from here. Do you understand that? And it's going to just give you something nice. So if I click it, you're going to see what I'm talking about now. It's preparing it. Look at the way it is. So this is how you're going to have it. So you could click more settings. Do you understand that? And enable background graphics. So all the background effects will come out. Do you understand that? So that's the way it is. So if you don't want header and footer, you could disable it and all that. I hope you're getting that now. So you could set questions here. Do you understand that? So that's that. So we're going to move on now. So I've talked about the questions tab and the responses tab, and we've talked about the theme. Then later we'll come to these other two tools that we have there. Now, one thing you must know on Google Forms is that as you work, once you are connected to the internet, it's saved automatically. Do you understand that now? So you don't have to go somewhere to start clicking save and all that. It's automatic saving. Do you understand that now? So you need to understand that clearly. So we want to start setting the questions. Now, if you look at this particular exercise was broken into sections, which you could do also. So, but using breaking your form into sections is not compulsory. Do you understand that now? Breaking it into section means when people open the form, it will first open a section. They're going to fill that section, and when they are done with the section and they click next, it takes them to the next the next section. Do you understand that? Then when it's done, it moves to the next section and all of that. Do you understand that? So, but you could make it just a straightforward form that is just going to be long and things like that. People break it so that the form doesn't look so long, especially when you have a very long form. Do you understand that? So instead of having it so long, you could break them into sections. Do you understand that? So for this one now, I broke it into sections. So we're going to use this as an example. To create a long form is not difficult. This is the one that you need to know. So to create a form that is not sectionalized, is not something difficult at all. So you just keep setting your questions and all that. But we're going to use this particular one so that you know how to break your form into sections. So let's look at this now. So we're going to start breaking it into sections here. And I'm going to show you the tools that we have to work with right here. So if you are not working on a small screen like this, this particular area, this window looks like a tab. So if you're using a tablet, you're likely to have the view to look like this. Do you understand that now? But if you're not using that, you're going to have it wide. So let me show you the wider screen. When you're working on the wider screen, this is what you're going to have. So you have those tools by the side. You get what I'm saying? So you need to get that. But because we have actually reduced the window to a tab, a level screen, that's why we're having it that way. So if you restore it, it's going to come on that. I hope you get what I'm saying now. So that's that. So we're going to begin to set the questions, but I want to show you each of these tools that you're going to be working with. Look at the first one here, add question. Okay, let me expand first so I can show you this view and you can see everything clearly. All right. Now, when we were using this, you'll notice that preview button is not here because we have reduced the window, but you could get the preview from the options. Can you see that? So, but if you expand it, you're going to have the preview button there. So I didn't talk about this earlier. So this one gives you the opportunity to, preview your form. Do you understand that? To have a look at it the same way your respondents will have it appear on their screen. Do you understand that now? So you use preview button to do that. So if I click preview now, it's going to launch what I've just done. So this is going to be the view that your respondents will have. Are you get what I'm saying? So you need to understand that. So anytime you're working, if you want to see the way it's going to look, all you need to do is just to come to that particular place where you have the preview and check it yourself to see how it will look. I hope you're getting that now. So that's the whole essence of preview. And I told you that we're going to be working on the settings later, the general tab, the presentation tab, and the quizzes. Do you understand that? So I'm going to cancel this. We're still coming back to that. By the time we're getting to the end of it, that's when we're going to set up all those things. And I also talked about the send button too. Of course, you know, if you restore it, you won't have it like that. Do you understand that? This is the button you're going to have that will be representing send. Or if you point to it, it will show you what it means. Do you understand that? So if you're using tablet, this is the way it's going to show. I hope you got that now. So you need to understand. So they've done it in such a way that this window is responsive. Do you understand? If you reduce it further, for those that are using phone, do you understand that they're going to have a look as well? Do you understand? This is the way it's going to look on a phone now. Are you getting that now? So you need to understand that. So different views for different devices. I hope you're getting that. Okay, so we're going to move on. So let me expand to show you some of those tools. This is add question. So this helps you to add more questions to your form. So when you click this plus, it opens another form. Are you getting it now? So if I click it now, it has just created another form for me. Do you understand that? So that's what it does. This import questions from another form. So if you have created a form before and you want to import a question from that form, you could make use of this. So when you select this, it's going to take you to where you have previous forms, or probably you want to import a question from the templates that you've used before and all that, or the ones you've opened before. So you could import it from there. So let's say I want to import a question from this particular one, course evaluation. All I need to do is to select that and click select. So it's going to bring all those questions out. Can you see them? These are all the questions there. So anyone I want to add, maybe I want class name, all I need to do is to select it, then import the question, and you're going to have it here. So if you look at it now, it has imported that here. I hope you get what I'm saying. So that's the way it works. So you could import a question from wherever. So if you go back to it, you see previously selected. That is if you have selected a form before for import. That's when you're going to have it under previously selected. I hope you understand that. So I'm going back. I'm going to close this because I'm not importing. We want to build from scratch. So I'm going to, what I want to do next is to show you the next one, which is to add title and description. So you could add title and description at any point to your form. So let's say I want a title and a description before another set of questions. I'll just click this, then add the title and the description, then the other questions will follow. Do you understand that now? But this is not trying to break it into sections. Do you understand that? But it could create a kind of impression that, okay, you have them in sections, but it's not the normal section. I hope you're getting it. I showed you the other one the other time. Section will have a title there, section 1 and all of that. I hope you're getting it now. But this one is like you're trying to create an impression that from here to here falls under this, from here to here falls under the other one and all that. So that's what this one actually does. I hope you're getting it now. So, so when you do this, you could now add questions under it. Then this one will now be the title for the questions that you're doing. So when you're done with this, maybe you had two questions under it. This is a title. You had the title, you put the description, you have two questions under it. You could have another title again. Do you understand that? So that means this title, these two questions fall under this title. Then you could have another title, you add some questions under it and all of that, depending on what you want to achieve. Do you understand that? So before you start creating your form, you could draw it out. Do you understand what I'm saying? Have maybe a template for it, something you've written on paper and all of that. So plan for it so that you can have a good representation on the Google Form app. Do you understand? So how do I now delete all these questions if I don't want them again? So I could go here now, click. Once you click inside any of the questions, it will activate it. Then I could delete it. So like this one now, I can take it out. This delete button. So once I click, it deletes it. So if I don't want this again, I click and delete it. If I don't want this again, I click and delete it here. If I don't want this again, I can delete it. Do you understand that now? I can delete this. I hope you're getting it now. So that's the way it works. So I can delete this also. So now we're going to start setting the questions right away. So I'm going to restore back. Okay, I'm not done. Let me show you the other tools. We just dealt with this, add title and description. This is add image. So if you want to add image to your question, you could use this to add that. Maybe you're trying to set a question and you want to show people an image for them to have an understanding of what you're talking about. So you could add the image to it. And you could get your image from an upload. Maybe you have it on your system or wherever. All you need to do is just to click browse and get it out from there. I hope you understand. Or you could have it from your camera. You could also bring it by URL, photos, and Google image search. Do you understand that? So wherever the image is, you could, just bring it from there. I hope you understand. So I'm going to close this. You could also add video. Maybe you want to add a video such that people watch the video first before they answer the question. You go add it. Do you understand that now? So we also have add section, which I told you about the other time, that if you want to sectionalize your form, you could use this option. I hope you're getting that now. So that's the way it works. So we're going to now go back, since you now know how to make use of all the tools. Okay, we have this also, duplicate to duplicate a question. This is a question now. After setting this question, if you have more of that kind of question that you want to bring up, you could duplicate it instead of typing it all over again. So all you need to do is to click this duplicate and it's going to give you an exact type of question. I hope you got that now. So delete button now. You could use this to delete. I hope you understand. This particular one is used to make a question a required question. That is, you're making it a mandatory question. So it means the person will not be able to submit the form if the required question has not been answered. Do you understand that? So once you click required, it means your respondent must answer this question for him or her to be able to submit the form. If not, it will not be possible. I hope you understand that. So you need to get that clearly. So the same add image here is also here. Do you understand that? So you could use that to create that. Do you understand? So just to add image to this question. I hope you're getting it now. This is not for upload. It's for you to add image to support the question you're asking. The same thing goes for the video. So it's for you to add video to your question to support this question. I hope you understand that now. So that's the way it is. So we have this section where you have the question type. What kind of data do you want to receive? So this will determine that. So let's say, for example, you want to ask for a name. You use short answer because you don't expect name to be so long that short answer data type will not take care of that. So this will take care of such. So when you have maybe a long address, or you want people to write a short essay or description for you, do you understand? Probably a summary, you could make use of paragraph. So multiple choice is there for people to make choices after asking questions. You have options for them to choose from. Checkboxes gives your respondents the opportunity to select more than one option. Do you understand that? So they could choose 2 options, 3 options, and things like that. Maybe you have three options that are correct. So these checkboxes will allow them to do that. But this multiple choice is different. They can only make one selection per question. So once you make use of multiple choice, it means they can only choose one answer. But this one gives them the privilege to be able to choose more than one. I hope you're getting it now. So you also have the drop down button. It's just like this multiple choice. The only difference there is that you have to click the drop down button for those options to show, but you can only select one option per question also on that drop down data type. Do you understand that? This file upload gives you the opportunity to receive image input from your respondents. Do you understand that? Let's say, for example, you have a form that you're filling and you want to receive a passport from people. Do you understand that you could use this to receive that passport? I hope you get your answer. Or probably some documents that you want people to upload. You could use this option to get that from them. So you also have the linear scale. This makes it possible for people to be able to rate themselves or rate anything. Do you understand that? To give you a particular range where people can choose from. Do you understand? So this is being used for rating most of the time. Do you understand that? This multiple choice grid could be used to, for attendance. Maybe you want people to mark attendance, or you want them to choose from what's it called now? A set of options, and you have a list there. You get what I'm saying? Like agree, disagree, strongly agree, strongly disagree, and stuff like that. So you have them like that, and you have items listed, and you want your respondents to be able to choose from all those options. So you can make use of this multiple choice grid. So you have different items put together with options in front of them. The same thing goes for the checkbox. The only difference between this and this, just like multiple choice and checkboxes, is that you will be able to select more than one. So this checkbox grid is used easily for attendance. So people can mark, they'll just tick off, what's it called now? The boxes for the days they attended a meeting, or the how do I put it now? Or could be used for other things as well. Do you understand that? You want them to make choices and things like that, or not just one choice, multiple choices. So this is going to be in a grid. So we're going to demonstrate that. You're going to see how it looks. So we have date also. So maybe you want to receive a date of birth and other things, or probably a date of an event and things like that. You want to receive it from your respondent. So you could choose that, or probably you want people to select a date for an appointment. You could use this. Time also could be used for appointments and things like a particular time that you want them to come. So after selecting the date, they could choose the time that they are going to be around. I hope you're getting that. So these are things that you could actually do with Google Forms. So you now know all the tools, and we will start working on the form now. So I'm going to go back now to restore this form so that we can see what we want to duplicate. So look at this now. So we're going to break this into a section. So I will delete this first of all. I don't think I need this. So I will delete it. So I'm starting from here right away. Don't forget that we want to, can you see item deleted? Do you want to undo? I don't want. So if I don't want to undo it, I will leave it and it will go. But if it has gone and you still want to bring it back, all you need to do is to come here, then click undo. Do you understand that? If you're on a larger screen, click the button, so the option button, then click undo. So when you click undo, it's going to bring you back. So I'm going back. So we're here now. We want to duplicate exactly what we have there. So let's say second semester test. Second semester test. So we're going to move on. As you can see, form description, there's nothing here that there by default. But we added final semester test as our description. So, but it's not compulsory. So the first thing there is name. But we want to sectionalize this. So we want the first section to begin, and it's going to start right here. Do you understand that? Once you click the question that it's starting with, just add section to it, and it's going to add a section. Can you see that now? So you now have the first section. Can you see that right away? So it has also created the second section because I clicked on the question first of all. So I'm going to undo that action. First, go back. So when you click the first box here, add section to it, and you're going to have that. Can you see that? So you have the first what was it called now, semester test. Can you see? And this is the second section here. So why we have this like this is because I clicked the title and added section to it. Do you understand that? So that's why we could have this becoming the first section. I hope you're getting that now. So you need to understand that. So for section 2, you could add a section to it. I hope you get what I'm saying. But lo and behold, I want questions to be under this. As you can see now, look at second semester test. We have some questions on that. So since you are here now, you are now going to add question under that. Can you see that? So we have question. So we're going to type name. And you see by default, it's going to look for a data type that is close to name, which is short answer. And it's correct actually. But sometimes if it's not what you want, you can change it by clicking here and you choose the right data type for it. I hope you get what I'm saying. But most of the times, it's always correct. Do you understand that it has been configured that way? So that's that. So it's going to be name and it's going to be short answer text. Do you understand that? Now, do you want it to be a required question? That is, you want it to be compulsory. So if you want it to be a compulsory thing, of course, name should be made compulsory because you have to fill your name, especially if you are writing a test. So that is compulsory. And you get what I'm saying? So we also have some options here. When you click the option button, look at description. If you want to give just a simple explanation to this particular name that you have here, sometimes you could have something here that is not named, something that is not very clear, and you want to explain it a little for people to have a clear understanding of what you're trying to ask them. So you could use description and it's going to come under it. So this will just be a small description that is going to show to make them understand. Maybe, for example, this name now, you could say, please type your full name. Your full name. Do you understand that? So it means you want them to type their full names. I hope you're getting that. So this gives them an idea of what you're trying to talk about here. Because someone could think name and just put his first name only. But when you say, please type your full name, this is very clear on that. But sometimes you could break this name into surname or last name and first name. Some could even say last name, first name, middle name. So that means last name will take the first question. You had another question. Do you understand? You make the other one to be first name. You make the last one to be middle name. So you could separate them like that. But if you have it as name, then you could add this so that they will know that you want them to type their full name there. I hope you understand that. So that's that. And someone could say, okay, let your last names come first before the first name. So whatever you want, you have the right to do whatever you want there. So that's that. So I'm going to move on So we've been able to add name now. We've made it compulsory, and we've added description. We also have validation. This response validation, when you select it, it works fine when you are dealing with number, text, length, and regular expression. Do you understand that? If you are dealing with some number, you could say, okay, any number that is going to be supplied there should not be greater than a particular number. Can you say that? Or greater than or equal to, less than, and things. So if the answer that the respondent is supplying is not in compliance with the settings here, it's going to reject the answer right away. Are you get what I'm saying? So you could set it and say, okay, so number, if the number that is going to be, typed by the respondent is greater than a particular number, this error should show. Do you understand that now? For them to be able to adjust whatever input they've made. I hope you're getting that. Now, you could also use it for text. If you select text now, so you could say when a text contains something, you could put a text here, it should do this. So if a text contains T, maybe letter T, you don't want to be the answer. So you could put the error text. Do you understand that there? For them to see that, okay, this is not what you're looking for. Or probably if a text doesn't contain something. Are you get what I'm saying now? So these are things that you could do. If a text has a particular email and all that, I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So if a text is email, then it should do this. If a text is URL, it should do this. Do you understand that it should bring out this error text for them to see? I hope you get what I'm saying. So those are things that you could do. Look at length. So if you have the length of the character that is being typed to be more than a particular number, you should not accept it. Do you understand that? So you have other options here as well. Maximum character count and things like that. Okay, that's the only option we have here. So we also have regular expression. So if it contains a particular pattern, do you understand that you should bring this out? Okay? If it doesn't contain it, if it matches it, if it doesn't match. So these are validations that you could do. I hope you're getting it now. So if you have anything related to this, you could set it up. Maybe set up a validation that if that does not happen, then you should not take the answer. I hope you're getting it now. So that's it. So maybe you could use a length. Now if the maximum character count is 50, so you should reject it. So it means the length of the name should not be more than 50 characters. If it's more, then it should bring out this error. Too long. So we're going to leave this so that we can see how it works later. So you could try out the other options there. You could use text, you could use number and things like that. I hope you're getting that now. So that's the way it works. So we're going to move on. We want to add another question. We've made it required and we've done everything we're supposed to do. So we're moving on now to the next question, which is class. So we're going to type that. So this class is also a short answer. So we're using short answer for that. Do you understand that? So we want them to type their class there. Maybe 100 level or whatever. Do you understand? Do we want it to be required? Yes, because we want them to supply that. I hope you're getting that. So you want another question, you had it. I don't want us to take much time again. DOB, this date of birth. So you see that it has brought out date automatically because this particular app has been configured in such a way that it could sense some of the data types that you're bringing in. I hope you got that now. So that's the way it works. So look at date now. So it's already there. You don't need to change it because DOB, you want people to select from a calendar their date of birth. So you want it to be a compulsory question as well. So we're moving on. What's the next one? So timing, just to be able to use time. Do you understand that? So let's use this. Time in for the test. So let them be able to, can you see it has changed to time? I didn't select that. But if it has not brought this out, you have to select time option here. Do you understand that? But it has brought that out by itself, so which is okay. So we're also going to do make that a required question. We're going to move on. We have gender. So we'll add one more question. Can you see that? Then we'll call that gender. So what do we want it to be? Multiple choice. Okay? We want it to be what? Multiple choice. So we now have suggestions. Do you want female, male, prefer not to say other? So if you want that, you could just add all. So when you click add all, it's going to add all those options. Do you understand that? So when I click add all, it will just select them. Can you see all of them have been added already? So if you don't want any of them again, you could remove it one by one. Do you understand that now? So that's the way it is. So if you want to type it yourself, you could do that. I hope you get what I'm saying. All you need to do is to start typing. So I'm going to erase this for you to see the way it is. So this is the way we met it. So we're going to start typing. This is option 1. We want it to be female. Do you understand that? You click at add option. When you click there, it brings out the other one. Can you see? It's even suggesting it male. You go to the next one. Prefer not to say. I will leave it. Then last one, we have order. Can you see? Add order. So, do you understand that now? So I could remove this now, and we're going to have that. I hope you got that now. So that's it. So we can make this compulsory as well. Sorry. Do you understand that? It's required. So the last one there is passport. We want them to upload their passport for identification. Then we're going to go to file upload. You see that it didn't change this one, so you select file upload. So it's saying that let respondents upload files to Drive. Files will be uploaded to the form owners Google Drive. Yes. As the initiator of this form, any file that is being uploaded will go into your Drive. So respondents will be required to sign into Google when file upload questions are added to a form. Make sure to only share this form with people you trust. So you continue. Do you understand that? So allow only specific file types. That is if you want some file types to be submitted. So when you enable this, it brings out all the file types for you. Do you want a document? Do you want a spreadsheet? Do you want PDF? Do you want video, presentation, drawing, image, and audio? So anyone you want to allow, you check them. So you could check the ones you want to receive. For this one, I only want image. I don't want all of that. Do you understand that? Because I want a picture, a passport. So I want image. So someone else will not be able to upload another file type. So if someone is uploading spreadsheet now as passport, it will reject it immediately. So maximum number of files that you want to receive per person is 1. Then you can determine the file size of the passport. Do you understand that now? The size of the passport to be uploaded, you can determine it. So when you click drop down button, you could make it as low as 1 megabyte, which is okay. Because if it's big and you have a lot of respondents to respond, then it means your storage space will be consumed. And let me say this here, that you only have 15 gig assigned to your Google account, free of charge. So by the time you've exhausted that, you will need to pay for an expansion of that storage space. I hope you're getting that. And that storage space has to do with your what's it called, all the Google applications like your Gmail, your Google Docs, your Google Photos, and all of that. So all of them make use of that 15 gig. I get what I'm saying, so you need to understand that. So that's the way it works. So when you're done with this, you've chosen the maximum size, you've chosen the number of files that you want to receive and all of that. So by the time you're done with that, that'll be the end. So if you're dealing with multiple documents now, you could make it maybe 5, 10 and things like that. So people will be able to upload up to 5 documents. So, but if you're uploading 5 documents, your question will be different. Do you understand that? Now you could say supporting documents here, then they will be able to upload all the supporting documents, especially if people are applying for a particular job and things like that. So you could use that here, supporting documents, and you now allow multiple files. Do you understand that? Then select the type of file that you want to receive. So some people say, oh, it's only PDF and want people to submit. So you choose only that. I get what I'm saying, and disable the other ones. So that's the way it is. Do you want it to be a quiet question? Yes, it should be. So we're done with this section. We're going to move to the other section. Now, let me now show you this. After section 1, continue to next section. So it means when people are done with this particular section, it will take them to section 2 when they click next. But you also have the liberty to change that here. Do you understand? You could say go to section 1 or go to section 2 or submit the form. So it means after filling that first section, they can submit the form. Are you get what I'm saying? So you can make that choice. So if you have created more than 2 sections, maybe you have section 1 to 10, and you want you want a situation whereby when people are done with when they are done filling section 1 form, you want them to go straight to section 10. So all you need to do is to come to this place, click this, and select the next section you want them to go to once they leave section 1. I hope you understand that. So that's the way it is. So we move to section 2 now, which is questions now. Can you see this section 2? So we want it to continue to next section because we have arranged them such that when it leaves the first section, it moves to the second section. So second section will be questions. Questions. So we're going to have the description, though it's optional. But if you look at the template we're looking at now, you will see that it has a description. Please read the questions carefully before answering them. This is like an instruction that you're giving them. Do you understand that? So we could add that. Please read the questions carefully before answering them. Sorry. Okay. So we're going to move on now to begin to set the questions there. The first question we have there is, what do you understand by life? So we're going to use that. We're going to click and type that, what do you understand by, and click here, understand by life. So this question does not have options. You just want your respondent to be able to supply an answer to that. So if you look at this now, this is supposed to be like maybe like an essay. Do you understand that? Or probably you need them to just write a description for you. So that's not going to be short answer. It's supposed to be long answer. So the data type will be changed to long answer, which is paragraph. Do you understand that? So you select paragraph, which is long answer text. So this is going to accommodate more text than short answer will accommodate. Do you understand that? So we move on. The next question there, if you look at this question, do you want to make it compulsory? You may not make it compulsory. Do you understand that? So let's just leave that. Let's assume that we don't want to make it compulsory. So we're going to add more questions. Don't forget that this is add question plus. The plus sign means you want to add questions. So the next question says, how many weeks are in a day? So this question has options, and the options we have here are multiple choice. Do you understand that? So we could begin to put those answers there. The first one is 7. Then you go to add options. You add number 2, 4. You add the next one, 6. You add the next one, 3. You add the next one to be 8. So we have 8 of them here right away. Okay. So as you can see now, we're done with this. So we're going to move on to the next one. Which of these are parts of the body? Now this is another peculiar question. Let's move on. Which of these are parts of the body? So this one is quite different because you want your respondents to be able to make multiple choices. These other multiple choices will give you access to just one option. So you can only select one per time. But this particular one, we want the respondents to be able to make more than one choice. So we're going to go to the data types there and we're going to select check boxes. So that is what you can actually use for that. So we're going to supply the options. The first one is hand. The second one there is eyes. The third one there is pen. Then we have the next one to be leg. We have the next one to be ruler. So it means the respondents will be able to pick the right ones here. Do you understand that? Just by clicking the boxes. I hope you understand that. So that's the difference between check boxes and multiple choice. Multiple choice will only allow you to select one option per time. But this one gives you the opportunity to select more than one option. Do you understand that? So that's that. So we're moving on now. So we're going to move to the next section. So don't forget that we've created another section, which is section 2. Then we want another section to come up now. So we're going to click section. So another section has come up now. So we're going to label this. And what we have there is questionnaire. Do you understand that? So we also have a description under that, which is please fill this faithfully. Okay? So we now begin to add questions. This is the section header. So we're going to move on to begin to add questions. So this is the first one. And what this is saying is that the question says, rate the instructor of this course. Now, after typing it, you will observe that linear scale just came out by itself, because once you are dealing with rating, this linear scale will come out. I hope you're getting that. So that's the way it is. So we have the range from 1 to 5. But you could also expand it from 5 to 10. So when you click here, you have the options. So you could do range 1 to 2, range 1 to 3, range 1 to 4, range 1 to 5, range 1 to 6, range 1 to 7, range 1 to 8, up to 10. Do you understand that? So 10 is the highest at that level. Do you understand that now? So we're still going to leave it because we have just 5 of them here. So we're going to leave it like that. So it will be from 1 to 5. So on the scale of 1 to 5, you should rate this instructor. Sorry, I made a mistake here. This instructor, not instruction. Do you understand that? So on the scale of 1 to 5, rate this instructor. And 1 means not competent. While you have the number 5 to be extremely competent. So those are the two extremes. Not competent, extremely competent. It means when someone selects 1, it means the instructor is not competent. Alright? But when someone selects option 5, I mean 5 now, it means the instructor is extremely competent. I hope you understand that. So that's the way it is. So we're going to move on. Do we want to make it a required question? So let's make it a required question so that the respondent can also answer this mandatorily. So we're going to move on now to set the second one. So we're going to add question. So, and this one says, rate yourself based on the following activities. Now, automatically multiple choice grid came out because you're dealing with multiple activities and you want the respondent to rate all of them at the same time. So it's going to form a grid for that. So we're going to start by typing the rows and the columns. So these are the rows, these are the columns. So what you have here, all these ones are the columns, while these other ones are the rows. So the ones you want to put here, you know, each of this line like this is a row. So they are row headers, while these are column headers. This is a column, this is a column, this is a column, this is a column. Do you understand that? So we're going to label the rows now. So we have attendance, that's the first one. At lectures. The next one there is daily study. The next one there is research. Now don't forget that we're just using this as an example. So whatever you want to do now could fit into this. So you've got to just think and look at how your own data is going to fit into this. You get what I'm saying? So it's not something difficult at all. So for the column we have fail. Don't forget this is fail, pass, good. That's the first one. The second column we want pass. The third column we have good. Then the last one we have excellent. So we have attendance at lectures, daily study, research. So we want the student to rate him or herself based on all these activities: attendance at lectures, daily study, research. And these are the grades: fail, pass, good, excellent. Do you understand that? So it's going to look like this by the time we're done. So let's do the last one there. So we're going to, let's make it a required question also. So we're adding the last question now. So we want the student to also mark his or her attendance. Mark your attendance for the semester. This may not be what you want to do, but start thinking about what you want to do, how it's going to fit into this. I hope you're getting it now. So we're going to have January. We're going to have February. I'm just going to type everything. It's giving me suggestions, but I don't want to use it. I just want to type by myself. Don't forget I said you could add those months directly. Do you understand that? So let's move on. The next one there, we have March. Then the next one there, we have April. So we're going to stop there. Now, if you look at this sample we're using, we have row 5. This is an error. Do you understand that? This was not added, but it just came up by itself. It wasn't removed. That's why we're having it there. I hope you're getting that. And so we're going to stop at April. So now we're going to move on. We assume that we have 4 months in a semester. So now the data type is going to be multiple choice, but it's not going to be multiple choice grid. So it will be checkbox grid this time around, because you want the students to be able to make their choices. So I made that mistake in the first place. I didn't check the data type before typing. Do you understand? So the first thing you do by the time you're done with adding a question, you should first check the data type. Do you understand that? So you have to make the selection first of all. So we're supposed to start from here. Do you understand that? That was a mistake. So the next thing will be February. The next one will be March. Then the next one will be April. So if you look at it now, if I just leave this and had this row like this without labeling it, I could have it as row 5. Do you understand that? So I'm going to remove all of this. I'm going to change it to week 1 as week 1. We have week 2. We have week 3. We have week 4. And we have the final one to be week 5. I hope you understand that now. So that's the way to do it. So for your respondents to be able to make multiple choices, you need to use checkbox grid instead of multiple choice grid. Multiple choice grid will only give them the opportunity to select one option per row. Do you understand that now? So they could only pick one per row here. I hope you get what I'm saying. So that's the way it is. And you need to understand. So once the respondent picks fail, for example, now it cannot choose excellent again. So your respondent can only choose one out of these 4 grids. Do you understand that? So when it comes to the next row, it can only choose one. Then when it gets to the last one, it can only choose one. But right here, the respondent will be able to choose more than one option per row because they want to mark attendance per week. I hope you're getting that. So we're going to make this a required question also. So now we've come to the end of the form. Now we've been able to create everything we need. And if you look at the form from the beginning, we've been able to use everything now. Look at it. We have second semester test. Then we have the first one to be name, short answer, class, DOB, time. Can you see that? We have gender. Can you see that? Then we go to section 2. We have questions. We have, let me see, we have not used drop down. There should be, we should make a provision for a drop down. Yes. So we're going to make a provision for drop down for you to see how it looks. So we'll do that right away. Okay, so this particular one, the gender here, I'm going to change this data type. All you need to do is to scroll there, then click it. So once you click, you're just going to change it to drop down. You change the data type to drop down. So you're going to have it like this. I hope you understand that. So we have female, we have male, we have preferred not to say, then we can have other. Do you understand that now? So we could have this. So when you have something like this, it means you're going to have it as drop down instead of a multiple choice like this that you can just choose, just click it and all of that. So for you to see the options, you click the drop down button to see all this. So we're going to preview to see how it's going to look. Like I told you earlier, if you want to preview, just come to this place, the option button, then click preview. Then you're going to have it there. Look at the way it is now. So this is the way the form is going to look. I hope you understand that. So this is it. Can you see that? Can you see that? Look at the gender that we worked on the other time. Can you see? So the person will just choose from here. Do you understand that? So that's the way it works. But if you look at this now, I just wanted to see the difference between this gender and this one. This one is a drop down button that you have to choose from. While this, let me launch this also. Let's preview it to see how it looks. So see the difference between them. Look at this. You have to just choose one. Now, if you notice, if you choose order here, they expect you to type the gender if it has not been listed. Do you understand that? But here you can only click order, and once you click order, you can't type anything. Do you understand that? So that's the difference between the two. So this one gives you the opportunity to select order and type the gender if it has not been captured here. Do you understand that? So that's the way it is. I hope you got that now. So that's the difference between the two. So we're going to go back to the form right away. So if you look at it from the beginning now, we've been able to create this form completely. I hope you're getting that now. So if you look at this place now, the form I previewed the other time, look at it, this is the beginning. So this is what your respondents will see when they click the link. Do you understand that? So I want us to go back first to check other things if they have been well done. So we have this to be required. So all these ones, we didn't make them required questions because we just believe that a student should be able to answer the question. So if he doesn't answer it, that's his business. It means that will be marked against him. Do you understand that? So if you look at this particular area, you have after section 2, then you see continue to next section. So it means when this is done, it moves to this section 3, and you're going to have this come out. So we're going to now look at the preview section to see how the form looks. So if you look at the required one, you will see that they have this sign, asterisk. So it means if someone does not fill this, it means it won't be submitted. I hope you get what I'm saying. So without this, you won't be able to submit this form. So all the required fields must be filled. I get what I'm saying. So you see it here, required. So this symbol represents required. It means the person has to fill that. I hope you're getting that. And so now if the person fills it, so let's say John Kennedy or John Ken, that's fine. So class, let's say 100. DOB, let's just select one. You just click here, then choose any date of your choice. I'm just choosing anything. Then time in AM, and let's say 10:00. The gender, let's say male. And you see that. Then to add passport now, you just click there, then add whatever passport you have. Do you understand that? So all you need to do is just to select files from your device. So if you have anything there, you could just do that. Let's see pictures. If there's anything there, saved pictures, there's nothing there. Camera roll, there's nothing there. So, but any picture of your choice that you have, let's check desktop. I think we should have something there that we could just upload. So let's put banner there, but I hope it's not more than 1. Okay, so it's not more than 1 megabyte. So you can see this is it. So if you have more to add, so you can add those things now. I hope you get what I'm saying. Don't forget that the option we chose Let's go back to the form and let's see the options we selected there. Look at it. So there we said maximum number of files should be 1. Then the file type that we're expecting is image. Do you understand that? So that's that about that. So if you come here now, this can only take 1. So when you upload this now, it's going to be uploaded and you're going to have it here. So we're through with this first section. If you look at it now, all the questions here are within the first section. Can you now see that for you to move to the next section, you need to click next. So when you click next, it brings you to the next section where you now have questions. Can you see that? Please read these questions carefully before answering them. What do you understand by life? Let's just say life. You know, but this can contain a very long text. Do you understand that? Because we chose a paragraph for that. So how many weeks are in a day? Let's just say 7. Then we move. Which of these are parts of the body? So you can select more than one. Do you understand that now? Then when you're done, you click next. Then coming here now, you have the questionnaire. Rate this instructor. Rate the instructor of this course. So you can choose 1 per time. You can't choose 2. So once you click 1, you cannot choose another one. So once you click 1 and you click another, it means you are changing your mind. So the new one that you've just selected. So let's say we're giving this person 3. That's average. So you should rate yourself now based on the following activities. So your respondent will begin to say, okay, good, attendance, daily study, pass, research, excellent. You know, stuff like that. Then mark your attendance for the semester. So you can now begin to mark, okay, I'm present first week, second week, third week, February 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, then here, then here. Let's just say this is the attendance. Then when you're done with all the sections, remember that this is section 3 now, and everything is done. The next thing to do is now to click submit. Do you understand that? To click submit. Now, the message that the person is going to get after clicking submit has to be worked on here. So let's go back to the form now. So we're going back to the form. So we're going to come to this section. Sorry. Yes. We're coming back here to settings. And when you come to settings, you have the general tab, you have the presentation, then you have the quizzes. Now, I'll talk about the general tab first of all. If you want to collect email address, then you need to select this. Do you understand that? So you want response receipts. If you look at this now, it means respondents will receive a copy of their responses once they are done filling the form. So if you want them to get that, you can click this. Do you understand that? So now they receive the receipts if respondent requests it. That's the first option. You could make it always. Every time they fill the form, they should get a receipt of the form. Do you understand that? So, but if you don't want to send the receipt to the respondent, you can disable it. If you don't want to collect the email addresses of the respondents, you can disable that as well. Do you understand that? So you could require signing and you could limit that to 1 response. So respondents will be required to sign into Google before they will be able to fill that form. Do you understand that? So this is one thing you need to understand. So it requires signing before they can fill the form. So you need to understand that. So once you select this, it means they have to sign in first of all before they could do that. So if you don't want that, you could disable that. So respondents can edit after submit. It means after clicking submit, they can still edit in case they make a mistake. Do you understand? So once you enable this, after submission, they can still edit. I hope you're getting that now. If you don't want it, you disable it. You also have summary charts and text responses. So you could make your respondents to see the summary charts and the text responses if you want that. So it means they will be able to see a chart that is showing a summary of their responses and all that. So if you want that, you select this. If you don't want it, you disable that. Let's scroll down. Maximum size of all files uploaded. This is where to determine that. Can you see this form will stop collecting responses once the total size of all the file uploads reaches the limit specified by this setting. So it means, don't forget that I told you earlier that the space allocated to you, I mean the storage space allocated to you by Google per account is 15 gig. So if you give out a link to a form and many people are filling it, so as people are submitting documents and things like, if you remember, we have one upload here that we want to receive from the respondent's passport. So let's say each respondent submits one passport and it's 1 megabyte. So it means once 1,000 persons submit, it will be 1 gig. So after 1,000 persons are submitted, if you leave this maximum size of files uploaded to be 1 gig, it means once 1,000 persons submit their passport, it will stop collecting responses from that point. Do you understand that? It will lock the form, so nobody will be able to access that again. I hope you're getting that. So that's the whole essence of this maximum size. So, but you could also increase that to 10 gig, to 100 gig, and 1 terabyte. Don't forget that I told you that you only have 15 gig free. So if you're going to expand it from 15 gig to this 100 gig, you have to pay for that expansion of your storage space. So you need to understand that. So we're going to move on to presentation. Now, do you want to show progress bar as they are filling the form, to be showing them the level of progress as they fill the form? If you want that, you enable this. If you don't want it, you disable it. Do you want to shuffle the question? So you have some questions there. For example, if you are setting questions for students and you don't want them to see the same type of question, so you can shuffle it such that number 1 question on Mr. A's system is number 10 question on Mr. B's system. Do you understand that? So you could shuffle that. Do you understand that? So if they're trying to, tell each other, in fact, schools can use this to set exams for their students. They only need to connect all the systems to the internet. You get what I'm saying? So, and it's live. And as soon as they're done with the exam, you can show them the results immediately, because this will mark it for them automatically. I hope you get what I'm saying. So it depends on the settings that I've put in place here. I hope you're getting that now. So you could shuffle the questions. Then you have show link to submit another response. So it means after filling the form, it should also bring a link out for them to be able to fill another one. So that is if you want one respondent to be able to fill the form as many times as possible. Do you understand that? So if you don't want that, you can just disable this. It means the person will have to get the link by himself to submit another response. Do you understand that? So you also have the confirmation message, which comes out after a respondent has submitted the form. So what do you want to display? For example, where I came from here the other time, once I submit like this message here that we're going to put here will come out. So let's put something there. This is the default message. Your response has been recorded, but you could change it to something else. You could say, congratulations. We will get back to you. Something like this. So if you save this now, and I go here to submit, this message is what I'm going to be saying. But before I save it, I want to go to quiz. Now, this particular section has to do with the questions. If you want to mark the questions right on this platform, so you could do that. So you could make it a quiz. I mean the form now. So when you're dealing with only questions, you can use this. If you don't have other things mixed with it, you only have questions to give out to students and things like that. So you could make it a quiz. So you assign point values to those questions and allow auto grading. So once you do this, it means you will now have to begin to supply answers to all those questions. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I'm still going to demonstrate this very soon. Are you getting what I'm saying? So you could make this a quiz. So what are the quiz options? You have release grade. That is, immediately after each submission, they should see the grade. Do you understand that? They should see their grade immediately to see the score of their test. Do you understand that now? So the test score could be accessed once you select this option. So, or you could make them see the grade after manual review. So it means it will turn on email collection. Do you understand that? So we're going to move on. Respondents can see missed questions. So identify which questions were answered correctly. If you want them to see those that they missed, so you check this. You want them to see correct answers, you check this. Can you see? Show the correct answer for each question after grades are released. So that is after the grade has been released. So they can now see the missed questions, the correct answers, then the point values are assigned to each question. Do you understand that? So if you don't want all of this, you can uncheck them. I hope you're getting it. And if you don't want to make it a quiz at all, you can do that. Now, making this particular form we're working on a quiz won't be suitable. Do you understand that, for the kind of form that we've created? Because we have questionnaire, we have other things there, and we're not trying to mark them for that. Do you understand? It's only when you are trying to assess people that you make this a quiz. Maybe you have a test that you're giving out and things like that. It's just that. Do you understand that? So you could make use of this. I hope you understand that. So that's that about that. But you can still do it. All you need to do is just to assign values to only the ones that are questions. So if I leave this now the way it is, and I go to immediately after each submission, let me leave all of this and let's leave it this way. So we're going to save this now. Do you understand that? So when we save this, so when you look at this now and you go back to the form, the ones that you want answers to be, the questions you want people to answer, you can now go back there and supply the answer to it. Can you see answer key? So I can supply answer key to this now. So what do you understand by life? I can make it 10 points. Do you understand that? So add answer feedback. What is the answer? So I can say life. So only if the person types life, that's when they get it. Do you understand that? If you don't want this feedback again, you can delete it or edit. Maybe you want to edit it to something else, you can edit it. I hope you understand that now. So when you're done, you just click done. So 10 points is assigned to this question. And this is the answer for it. Do you understand that? So we can click done now. I hope you're getting it now. So anytime people answer this question, it will be, marked. And you need to get that right. So let's go to the next one. We're also going to answer this. Look at it. Answer key. We're also going to assign 10 points to this. Then we're going to choose this as the answer. Can you see that? So that's the answer. If you have a feedback, so incorrect answer, what should come out? Sorry, I made a mistake the other time. Here, when we added the answer the other time, this has to do with how do I put it now? With text. it does not have to do with options and things like that. So it might be a bit difficult for you to be able to receive answer from someone here. Are you get what I'm saying? So the only thing you can do is to give a feedback like this. Are you getting it now? So we're going to move on. So here now, we've provided an answer already. And the answer is 7 days. And we're giving 10 to it. So we can now add feedback. Answer feedback. So if it's incorrect, we can say incorrect. If it's correct, then we can say correct. Then we save it. Do you understand that? So if you don't want them again, you can delete or edit to whatever. You can say that's correct, that's incorrect. You know, things like that. Let's go. So for this particular one also, where is it? So if you want to do this also, you can click answer, then give it maybe 10 points also, and eyes, leg. Those are the answers. Do you understand that? You can also add feedback. Correct when the respondent get it right. It's just going to bring correct out. If it's not, sorry, this should be incorrect. Then when it's correct, you should bring out correct. So then you can save it. Do you understand that? So all of these now have been added. I hope you're getting it now. So if you go back to settings, right here, don't forget we've set up this. We have presentation. So and we said confirmation message should be congratulations, we'll get back to you. Then if you want to show the progress bar, we can show it. If you want to shuffle the question order, we can do that. If you want to show the link to submit another response, we can do that. That's under presentation. Then general. Do we want to collect email address? Do we want to require a sign-in? All of this could be checked. Do you understand that? Do you want respondents to edit after submit? You can do that. You want to see summary charts and text responses? You can also do that. I hope you get what I'm saying. So let's leave it this way. Then we're just going to click save. Are you getting that now? So we're going to move on right away. And looking at this now, we'll now go back to the form we filled the other time. So we're done with this. So let's try to now click submit. So when we click submit, you will see what is going to be the result. Now, after submission, look at it. The message we typed the other time, congratulations, we'll get back to you. So now you can view your score. You can see previous responses. You can submit another response. Are you get what I'm saying? So if you want to view your score now, you can view it and it's going to bring it out. So look at the total points. You have 20 over 30. And you see 20 out of 30. So that's what this person scored. So if you look at all these ones, there are no points there. Do you understand that? These are the responses of the person. Look at what he got right. Can you see correct? Can you see that? Can you see this now? So he got this right also. But this one wasn't gotten right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we couldn't really supply any answer for that. Do you understand that? Because you're saying people should just type what they want. So you can't just type something and expect the computer to just take it for it, because this kind of question is ambiguous. Do you understand that? It doesn't have to be just one way. You say, what do you understand by life? You have different answers for that. Do you understand that? So it's difficult to mark this type of question. So that's why if you're testing people, it has to be optional questions that you're setting. I mean, questions that will have options. I hope you're getting that. So that's very, very critical. You see other ones also. These are all the things that we saw there. So we can go back now. You see, if you want to see previous responses, if you want to submit another response, it just takes you to another form. So when you click this, you can now start filling this again, all over again. Can you see that? So this is the progress bar that we talked about the other time. See where we are now. This is just 1 out of 3. Initially, it wasn't there. It was when we added that it's now showing us this. I hope you understand that. So that's the whole essence of the form. I believe you'll be able to, try it out. Just try to work on your own. You could edit, do all sorts of things and all of that. So coming back to our back end where we're working, this is the questions tab and this is the responses tab. Now we now have one response because we submitted one form. So, and this is the response that is loading now. Do you understand that? This is the summary, this is the question, this is the individual. So if you check the question now, the questions will be there one after the other. You can begin to scroll. Do you understand that? You can see, you can scroll this next one and all of that. You get the feedback. Then this is the individual. I hope you understand that. So these are things that you need to know. So this is the entire question that person actually answered. You can print or delete the response if you don't want it again. I hope you're getting that now. Don't forget that we enabled accepting responses. If I don't want to accept response again now, I just need to disable this and nobody will be able to submit anything again. Do you understand? So when they click the link, it won't open the form anymore. It won't let them fill it. Do you understand that? So this is what you need to know. So if you come to summary, you can now have the summary here. Do you understand that? It gives you a kind of analysis per respondent. Do you understand that? So you have insights on this page. I hope you understand that. It's a simple analysis that is being done to show you how people have been responding and all of that. I hope you're getting that now. So I also told you earlier that there's something you could do. You could, send this particular, what was it called now? You could link it up with Google Sheet. So when you click send, it's going to bring you to this place. All right. And this particular place where you have send form, you have collect email address. This is when you want to send this form to people. You could get that done here. See, send via email. So if you want to send this form, the link to someone to be able to fill this form, you could do that. So let's say you set a question as a teacher. I want your students to answer those questions. So all you need to do is just to supply the email addresses of those people. Let's say born@gmail.com. Do you understand that? You press comma, you continue, type the next one, maybe john@gmail.com. But note something here. It's easier when all the email addresses are Gmail accounts. Do you understand that? So it makes it very easy for you to send it to them. And they will be able to access it easily as well. Do you understand that? So all you need to do is just to begin to type all the email addresses here and you separate them by just putting comma in front of them. I hope you understand that. So this is going to be the subject of the mail you are sending to them, second semester test. Then you have the message to be, I've invited you to fill out a form. But if you don't want this, you can change it to whatever. I've invited you to write this test and all that, or write this exam and all of that. Do you understand that now? So if you want to include the form in the email, you can now select this particular option. You get what I'm saying? But it's not compulsory you include the form in the mail. Once you send this, they receive the link. Are you getting that now? So that's the way it is. So we have the second option as well, where you have the link. So this link is what you need to just copy. So once you copy this link, you can send it to people that you want to receive those responses from. So As a teacher, you set the question you want your students to answer those questions. You can send the link to them. As they click the link, this particular link, as they click it, it's just going to launch them to the test page where they're going to write the test. So if this link is too long, you can shorten it, and it's going to shorten it for you, and you're going to have something short like this. So it's still the same thing as the long one. So if you don't want the short URL again, you can make it long again. Do you understand that? All you need to do is just copy this and send to whosoever you want to send it to. And once you shorten it, you can copy and send it. Anyone that clicks this link, it will take them to that test page. This last one is talking about embedded HTML. So if you want to embed this particular form to a web page, you can do that. But it won't be possible here because this form takes file upload. You know, we added passport to it and things like that. So it's not possible for that to be added to your web page. So, but if you are not receiving documents from people, there's no file upload and things like that, you can easily embed it to your web page. All you need to do is just to copy this iframe. You know, an iframe link would show here, and once you copy it and place it on your web page, I mean where you have your code, then it's going to be loaded on your web page. Do you understand that? So you need to understand that. So that's the way it works. So you could collect email addresses here and all of that. I hope you're getting that now. So you could come to mail, come to this particular place, then use the embed HTML. So this is the link that you could copy and send to people, but this one you are sending to specific people. So only these people that you sent it to will be able to access that form. Do you understand that? So this is controlled in a way, but this one, anyone that has the link will be able to fill the form. I hope you understand that. So that's the way it is. So I'm going to cancel this. So you now know what this stands for. So, but I said it earlier that we could actually link this particular, what's it called now, form to a Google Sheet. Sorry, a Google Sheet. So when you come to the responses, you see this particular symbol here. This is the link to a Google Sheet. So all I need to do is just to click here. And once I click here, it will take me there. Or you could click this option. This option would actually give you privileges to be able to download the responses, print all responses, delete all the responses, select response destination. Do you understand that, where you want the response to go? So if you click this, it's not going to take you to that Excel sheet. Are you get what I'm saying? So if you want to create a new spreadsheet, you just type the name of that sheet there, and it's going to create a Google Sheet for these responses. Do you understand that? But if you want an existing spreadsheet to accommodate or to receive the responses of people, you have to select this and click select. So when you click select, it will now take you to where you bring in the spreadsheet that you want to use to receive those responses. Do you understand that? But I don't have any spreadsheet here. But if you have one, you could actually choose out of the spreadsheet that you have on your Google Drive to use for that purpose. So choose a spreadsheet where we will copy responses to your form. So we don't have any here, so we're going to cancel it. You understand that? So we're going to create a new spreadsheet. So I'm going to cancel. Don't forget I said it's either you click here. When you click here, it's going to bring you here. But if you are not clicking that, you can also come to option, then go to select response destination. So you are linking this Google form to a Google Sheet. So if you hear from anyone, oh, you can link your Google form to a Google Sheet, it's just this simple step that you're going to take. So all you need to do is to click this symbol, then create a new spreadsheet. So you are going to give a name to that spreadsheet. You could make it school test responses. If you want to change it, you could change it to anything you can use to recognize that. I hope you're getting that now. So once you're done, you just click create, or you come to this place, click select response destination, fill this place and click create. So once you click create now, it has linked. If you look at this place now, can you see spreadsheet linked? So this particular form now has been linked to a spreadsheet. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So this is what you need to understand. So we're going to access that sheet very soon now. So you're going to see how it looks. Are you getting what I'm saying? So look at the form that has been filled. This is the way it's going to look. This is the response. Are you getting what I'm saying now? So this is the summary sheet now, where you're going to see summary of all the responses you received. So you could see different analysis there. Look at gender. You have 100% to be male. Do you understand that? So you could do some analysis with this. Do you understand that now? So if you come to how many weeks are in a day, how many people got it right? Just one person, 100%. Do you understand that? How many people got this right, 100%, 100%? Do you understand that? A form of analysis like that. So how many people rated their instructor 3 is 1. So as people fill the form, you get more responses and you can have this chart building up. So this is what you need to understand. I hope you're getting that. So you could have an analysis being done under responses. So you come to summary sheet and you're going to see summary there. I hope that is clear now. Okay. So I think we're now done with Google Forms. Do you understand that? So I want us to take a look at the sheet that was created the other time now. So don't forget that we've linked this form to a Google Sheet now. Are you getting what I'm saying? So I think I taught you this earlier, showing you that you can preview what you're doing. I mean, the form that you've created. You can also perform some settings, which we did earlier. When you click it, it brings you here, which we have done. Then we also looked at other things there, like undo. If you want to undo what an action that has been taken, you can use undo. You can also start this. This means if you click this star, it means this form is very important. Then you can make a copy, make a duplicate, or move this form into a folder. You can trash it. You can get a previewed link. This one will give you the how do I put it now? An opportunity to fill the form, then create a link for you at the end of the day. So after filling the form, it will generate a link that you can send to people, but that form would have been filled already. So people will see the filled form. I get what I'm saying. Then they can, modify and do whatever they want to do. We could also print what we have here. So if you click this print now, all the questions that we've said will come out, and you can see it here. Can you see this? This is the summary sheet that it's coming out now. So you could print the summary sheet. I hope you're getting that now. So you could also, if you go back now to questions, you could also print the questions. We were on responses the other time. So, but if you come to questions now, you could go back to the option button, then come to print. And when you come to print, it's going to bring it out for you. Can you see this now? So this is what you're going to have. See the way it looks. So you could actually print this and give to people to write as a test. So you could use Google Form to set a question, an exam question, test question, and things like that, and give to people to write. I mean, paper-based test now. So you could print this and give to people to write. Or you could create your survey. If you want to, circulate it, you could circulate it to people that you want them to fill the survey. Do you understand that now? So this is the way it is. So if you don't want to print again, you can cancel. I hope you understand that. So that's the way it works. So I'm now going to expand this now to occupy the whole page so that you can see it very well now, since we're done with the settings. So we have all of this now. So this is the questions view. Can you see this? So why will I have this to be the responses? I hope you understand that. So if you look at the questions view, you see the answers that have been chosen there and all of that. Do you understand? If you look at what do you want, what was it called now? What do you understand by life? Just like I said the other time, you really can't have any answer for this because this is not specific. Do you understand that? You can't have any answer here. The only thing you can do is to just leave it like that. Do you understand? So you don't have to assign any mark for it. Do you understand that? Because it's not giving you any opportunity to type answers and all of that. I hope you're getting it. If you look at all of this now, there's no place to put any answer because it's not, how do I put it now? It's not option questions. Do you understand that now? People don't have the opportunity to choose options and things like that. So you don't make that any point. So you could delete this, then remove whatever is there. You could make it 0. You understand that, and just done. So that's that about that. I hope you got that clearly now. So when you're setting your questions, these are the types of questions you'll be setting, multiple choices. Do you understand that? Like this. So it will be easier for the computer to mark all those questions and you will be able to provide answers to all of them. Do you understand that? So that's the way it is. I hope you've learned something from this form right now. So I'm going to now take us to the, what do we call it now, the Google sheet that we linked to this form. So I'm going to go back now to what do we call it now, to, let's go back. Let's open Google. To make it easy for you, I'm doing that. Since we have logged in, all I need to do is just come to this place, then scroll down, come to Google Sheets. Then this is planning to take me through a tour, but I don't need that. I already know how to make use of Google Sheet. So if you look at it, this is the Google Sheet that we linked to the form, and it's right here now. Do you understand that? So you can access that through that, how do I put now, through that Google Apps option. Do you understand that? So once you select that, you can scroll down within the apps, you see Google Sheet, you see Sheets there. So just click it and it's going to bring you here. So this is the form now. So once I click now, it's going to load. And if you look at it critically, you will see that all these things were, got it. So all these things were supplied by a respondent. So can you see all of that now here? So it has been linked to this sheet. So if I go ahead to fill one more form, so let's fill one more just to show you how it works. So I'm going to preview again, then I'm going to fill it. So let's just say Sarah John, just to put something there, female, date of birth, we'll just choose something. It's not, then we can choose 0900. Do you understand that? You type it in, then passport, just like we did the other time, we just go to desktop and just get something out of there. We can use any banner here. Do you understand that? So the next thing we're going to do is to upload. And you say upload. So that has been uploaded. Then the class, just put 200. Can you see the bar? So when I click next now, it's going to increase. If you scroll down now, you see that it has moved to page 2 of 3. So here, I'm going to select this, and this. Then what do you understand by life? If you look at it now, at first it was number 1, but now it's question 2 here because we enabled shuffle questions. So that's why it's here now. Maybe next time it's going to be number 3 now. Maybe number 3 will now become number 1. So it's going to shuffle those questions. So what do you understand by life? Let's just put something there. Life again. How many days? Let's say 7. But let's just say 8. Let him miss it. Then we go to next. Then right here now we can just select something, just to 1 per row. I'll just select 4 here. Then just mark attendance, maybe 1 for him. So he has filled everything now. Then the next thing we're going to do is to click submit. So by the time we click submit and you go back to this school test, that is the linked Google Sheet, you will see that there now. Can you see that record that we just entered is now here? I hope you now understand this clearly. So this becomes your database now for the form that people are filling. Do you understand that? So for a school teacher that gives a test out and all of that, so once you link it here, so this gives you a summary of the test. You get what I'm saying? So you could have all the answers of people on a sheet like this. You get what I'm saying? And keep it. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So these are things that you could achieve with Google Forms. Many people don't know the power of Google Forms. They just see it, they don't know. So you now know how to, make use of that. I hope you're getting it now. So that's the way it is. So if people keep filling the form, they will keep, it will keep populating this. You get what I'm saying? So as people keep filling the form, you're going to have this sheet being populated by those responses. So each row will contain each response. Do you understand that? So that's how this sheet is going to be populated, and you need to understand that. So if you have more people fill the form, then you're going to have more rows being created. Now, there's one thing I want to teach you here. This particular worksheet that we're currently seeing, you cannot do any modification to it, and it's going to be retained, except you're going to be doing it, one after the other. But there's something you could do to make this particular worksheet editable. Do you understand that? So there's a particular code I'm going to teach you now that will make that possible for you. Because if you apply some formatting to this worksheet now, it's not going to work. Let's say you want to change the font of these input of people. I mean the responses of people. You want to change the font and the font size and all of that. If you change these ones, by the time you receive another response, it's not going to follow the formatting that you've applied to the entire sheet. Do you understand that? So, but for that formatting to be applied to it, then you will need to use that code that I'm going to teach you shortly. Do you understand that? So why do you need to format this worksheet? To make it more presentable. Do you understand that? So that when you come back to your database, you can, look at the data you have there and see them clearly. Do you understand that? So you can assign a font to it, a font color. You could even assign what was it called now? Paintings and all of that to it. Do you understand that? So you could fill the cells, the columns, the rows, and all of that with colors. But that will only be possible if you're going to use the code that I'm going to teach you shortly. So I'm going to demonstrate it for you to see what I've been talking about. So let's assume that I want to apply formatting to this row. Let's say I want to make it maybe comforter, something like this. Then make it bold. Then increase the font size to maybe 12. Then maybe this other two, or let's say the entire worksheet. Can you see from here to here to row 22? I want to change the font to something different. Let's change it to Comic Sans. Can you see that? So let's make it 12 to make it bigger. Now I can adjust this. So let's assume that this is what I've turned this into. You will assume that when the next response comes in, it will follow this format. No, it's not going to happen. So let's go and fill the form again. Let's fill one more. So I'm going to just put one name, Leah. Oh, sorry. This is not the form. This is the design view. I was supposed to do a preview for me to fill the form. So this is a preview now. I want to fill the form right away. So it's asking me to add my passport. But I'll just put something there. So let's just choose this straight away. Then I'm going to click upload. Then I'm going to go to full name, Leah John. That's the name. I'm just going to choose a time, maybe 10:30 a.m. Then the date, I'm just going to choose something. Then I'm going to go to gender, just select something, female, class, maybe 100. Then go to next. Then quickly fill it with something. Okay. And go to select 1, 6. Then choose something, life. Then next. Then I'm going to come here. I'm going to just select 1 from here, or anyhow I want it. Then I'm going to come here to just select anything I want, and come here and select anything. Then I can submit this. So if I go back to my sheet now, you will notice that that response has come here. So it's in my database, but if you look at it very well, it didn't follow the formatting applied to this worksheet. So that's what I'm trying to say to you. And there are times that maybe from what you're receiving, you want to perform some calculations on it. As far as this data is concerned, I mean the data in this current sheet, you cannot perform any calculation on it, except you do what I'm going to show you shortly. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say. So what we do is to retain what we have here. Do you understand that? We make it remain the same. Do you understand that? But we're now going to create a sheet where we're going to convert this particular sheet to something editable. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you that shortly. So I forgot to tell you about the timestamp. The timestamp is the time that the respondent actually filled that form. Do you understand that? I mean the time the respondent submitted the form, the date and the time. Do you understand that? So you can know the time that the person submitted the form by coming to the timestamp. I hope you got that. So that's what you need to understand. So if you look at all the other details that are there, look at them, pass, good, and all of that, excellent. So you have all of that. I hope you get what I'm saying. But right now, I'm going to teach you what I said. So I'm going to undo what is here, some of the formattings. When you undo, it's not going to remove the data that you received from Google Forms. It's just going to change the formattings that you've applied to the worksheet. I hope you understand that. If you observe very well, you see that it's just removing the formattings. Do you understand that now? So that's that. So I think that's all. So what we're going to do, you leave this like this, but you create a fresh sheet. So you're going to come to add sheet. Can you see plus? Just like you've been doing on Excel sheet. So when you click this plus, you're going to have sheet 2. So I'm going to rename this sheet containing the data. I'm going to give it, let's just give it form. That's fine. Or test. Okay. So that's the name of the sheet. So I'm going to give this one another name. Test. Test 2. Do you understand that? Or test edited. So you can do it like this. So this is the main database, but this is going to contain the edited data. Do you understand that? So we're going to call out the data here into this place, such that anytime any input comes here, it will come into this worksheet as well. So, and the one you have here now can be edited. Do you understand that? You can even perform calculations on it. So as people fill the form, you will have that data here as well. And you can do anything with the data you have here. So the first one here cannot be edited. So it serves as your database, but this becomes what you can use to, perform calculations and all of that. You can also apply some formattings to it that makes it look presentable. I hope you understand that. So that's what you can do with what I'm about to teach you. So you've created a sheet now, and the next thing you're going to do is to come to the first column here. Can you see this? The first column. So the first thing you're going to do, we're going to type a formula, type equals, then you type query, then open bracket, then you're going to put the sheet name there, the sheet name that contains the data that you want to duplicate here. So I'm going to type that test. You must type it the way it is. Can you see capital T, and you must have the same thing here. Then you're going to have the exclamation mark. Then you're going to type A1. That is, you should start from A1 to AA. Then close the bracket. So once you do this and you hit enter key, what you have here will be duplicated here. So, and whatever you have here now, you can edit, you can perform calculations on it and all of that. Do you understand that? Some people type A1 to Z. It's same thing. They're going to achieve the same thing. I hope you understand that. So, but I'm going to use AA now, and I'm going to hit enter key. And as you can see, this is what we have here. I hope you understand that. So the same thing that you have on this sheet, you now have here. And this one can now be edited. I hope you understand that. So I'm going to edit this right away. The first thing I want to do is to wrap this text wrapping. Okay. So I'm going to make it come to the top. I hope you understand that. So for everything, I'm going to select everything. How do you select the entire worksheet? You click this box. Can you see this box? Then the next thing you're going to do is to change the font. I want to change the font to something different. I'm going to use Trebuchet. Do you understand that? If you don't want that, you could use any other one you love. You could use this if you like that font. So I'm going to use this because I prefer that. Then I'm going to make it 12 to make it bigger. If you want to increase it, you can still increase it further to 14, however you want it. Do you understand that? But I think I'm okay with 12. I hope you understand that. So you could also do this. You could do wrap for all of them, then bring all of them up to the top. Do you understand? This is the alignment, vertical alignment. This is top, this is middle. Can you see the difference? And this is the bottom. So, but I want top. So this is the text wrapping. So this to wrap it, this to clip, and this the overflow. Do you understand? So I'm selecting text wrapping because I want it to wrap the text on one cell. I hope you understand that. So I could see everything clearly now. I hope you understand that. So if I scroll to the right now, you're going to see the other details. So let's assume that this column, I want to apply a color to it. I can do that. All I need to do is to select, you know how to select column. Just click on the header. Then the next thing you're going to do is come to fill color, then choose a color of your choice. Let's say you want something like this, you could choose that and leave it there. Do you understand that? So the first row too, which is the header, you could choose a color for it. Let's say you want something like this. Do you understand that? So this one now, you could choose something different for this. Maybe something lighter. I hope you understand that now. So I could change this also to this. So now, when you have green color, then you can also change the text color to white for you to be able to see it well. I hope you understand that. So you could make it bold. Do you understand that? Could do the same for this, for the column, such that the text there will be white as well. Do you understand that? So these are the things that you could actually do. Okay? Sorry, text wrap. So for this timestamp, we're going to increase it a little to see the time we have there. That is, you are increasing the cell width. Don't forget what you were taught on Microsoft Excel. Just click here when you have the double-headed arrow, then drag it to the right to expand. And if you want to bring it back, you can bring it towards your left and reduce the cell width. I hope you understand that. So that's the way it works. So if you look at it now, you could do more formatting as you want. I hope you get what I'm saying. So the ball is in your court. So if you look at the data now, you have it and see that. You see that it's better than what you have here now. This one is just flat. But here, you can see it better. Do you understand that? So these are things that you need to understand. You could also put border. Select all, then add border to all. So it's going to give you that. I hope you get what I'm saying. You want the borders to show and all of that. So those are things that you could actually achieve with it. Do you understand? So if you want your border to be maybe of a color, let's select again. And let's go to border. Let's choose a color, maybe white. So, and let's now select. So this is what we're going to have. Do you understand that? So if you want to choose another color, maybe green, this is what you're going to have. So depending on your choice, okay, you want yellow, This is what you're going to have. So, and you could also make it bolder if you want that, thicker. Do you understand that? So depending on whatever you desire. I hope you understand that you could still change this if you don't want it again. Maybe something better than that. So you could edit whatever you have here. So what you did, don't forget that you selected the entire worksheet. So it will affect anything that enters here. So let's go ahead and add one more data right away. We'll go back to the form and you're going to see what I'm talking about. So submit another response. So I'm just going to quickly fill this. So I'm just going to select a date. I'm going to put 2100. I'm going to put 400 as a class. I'm going to use male. And I'm just going to choose something, any picture of my choice. I'm just going to choose that profile picture and just move on. I'm just going to upload it. And I'm just going to write name. Let's put Ken Ambrose. So I'm going to go to next. And I'm just going to select anything. I'm going to select anything. Just going to put live here. Then I'm just going to quickly select any of this. Do you understand that? So I'm going to move on to just select any of this. Then the next thing I'm going to do is to submit. So when I submit, oh, sorry, I didn't fill all of this. So I can submit now. So when I go back to my response, look at my test, can you see Ken Ambrose, the fourth data here? But let's look at it here, whether it's, can you see Ken Ambrose? Edited. But you can't have that if you are here. Do you understand that? This is the way this one is going to be. I hope you understand. So you use this as your main database while you use this for analysis. Maybe you want to perform calculations on it or you want to apply formatting just to make it look good. Do you understand that? So I'm going to select this and change the border. This border is not really necessary. So I can change it back to something like this. Okay, I've not selected the stuff. So I'm going to go back. And I'm going to select it. So this is what I have here now. I hope you understand now. So this is the way it works. So you too can try as much as possible to just work around some of these things that you've learned. Don't forget the timestamp. You could edit all of this to suit what you want. Do you understand that? You could bring this header, you could apply center alignment to it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Depending on what you want to achieve, just play around it. Do you understand that? So you could format what is here very well. That's one thing I need you to understand. So if you look at this passports, this is the link to all those passports that were submitted. So if you received documents, don't forget I said that they will go into your Google Drive. And I told you that by default, you have 15 gigabyte storage space for your document and whatever. Do you understand that? So once you've exhausted that, you will need to buy more space to be able to receive more documents. So you need to understand that. So once you click here, it takes you to the Google Drive where those documents are, and you will be able to get it out. I hope you understand that. So that's how to do that. So in case you now want to do calculations on some of the things here, you could go ahead and do that. I hope you understand that. Maybe you want to do a calculation based on the level, 100 level. You want to do calculations based on the score and all of that. You could do that. I hope you got that clearly. So please take your time, go through all the things you've learned so far, go through them one after the other, rehearse it over and over again, and I'm going to assure you that you're going to be able to do all those things. And if there's any challenge at all, then you should get across through the helpline and you will be assisted. So thank you. This is where we're going to stop in this video. Thank you very much.